There is one decision every man on this entire planet has to make, and this exact decision from that point on will decide your entire future and the person you are going to become. And in this video, I'm going to talk about this exact decision, how to decide it, and what exactly goes into both paths that lie in front of you, so it becomes an actual no-brainer decision, guys. I welcome you to the lesson on the one decision, guys. This one is going to be juicy, so let's get right into the sauce. First of all, you need to understand, guys, that the position you are in right now is entirely your merit, guys. You actively decided to take the path you are on right now. Going to uni, playing video games, whatever it is. Like going out partying every weekend, it is entirely your fault, guys, you know? That's something you need to understand. It is not your parents' fault, it is not your friends' fault or like other people's fault that like influenced you. It is entirely on you, you know? Most of us are definitely able to decide for themselves and live life on their own terms, you know? And of course, like there are some people where like the family decides what you do like in your 20s or something, or like when you are young. But for most of us, you can pretty much do whatever you want, you know? And for the people that where the family decides, you probably had enough time to prove your capability to your family. But yeah, if they still don't trust you with your decisions yet, chances are you didn't prove anything to them. You played video games all day. How would they even trust you if you only live like a degenerate for like the last decade or something, you know? You have to show them results first, and then you can expect something from them in return, like trust and, okay, you can do business, you can quit uni, however you like it, you know? But you need to prove something to them first, you know? So yeah, that's very important to understand. Guys, you make your own luck. You are the master of your own fate, you know? Some just have to overcome a few more roadblocks than others, you know? I didn't have to overcome the roadblock of like the whole family. I always decided for myself. But for some other people, you might have to overcome this roadblock as well, you know? But ultimately, everybody is able to make this one decision in life, the one that we are going to talk about, you know? That everybody from the age of 18 to 25 has to make. And the one decision you have to make is if you want to live a normal, traditional life or create something exceptional and great. Before you skip this video, because, this is so predictable and I already know how to do this. No. This is not a no-brainer decision, guys. It's definitely not easy because most people don't understand what goes into that decision, and I am going to explain this to you. So please stay in this video, be patient, don't be arrogant. There is definitely going to be some source in this video that you can take advantage of for your own copywriting journey. So definitely be patient and listen to the source that is going to come to you, guys. Everybody has to actively decide this, guys, you know? And of course, you can make this decision after the age of 25, but this is where it gets exponentially harder, guys. After the age of 25, things are going to get way harder for you because, one, you're already used to living a very normal life, you know? Which makes it way harder to let go of the old habits, you know? It's like your character traits and beliefs are so ingrained in your psyche that changing them is very difficult for you, you know? It's just, you lived like that forever now, you know? Not just as a child, but also like as a grown adult, you know? And everybody knows that like in the 20s, you set up the foundation for the rest of your life. So if you are working a 9 to 5 till you are 30, chances are it's going to be pretty hard to run your own business. So yeah, everything is going to become much more difficult in the long run, guys. You become way more arrogant with increasing age. That's like the second reason, you know? You become way more arrogant when you are like 29 years old or something. And why wouldn't you? You managed to survive this long and everything is completely fine. You have money, you have like a roof over your head and stuff, you know? You kind of can afford all of the stuff. You have a mid-ass car like standing in your driveway, so stuff is kind of fine, you know? You managed to survive this long. So making this conscious decision and change in your life would mean you have to admit to yourself that you have lived like a piece of shit the last decade, you know? And that's why most people are never able to change their life after the age of 25. It is going to become exponentially harder, guys, you know? So please, seriously, guys, for the love of God, don't waste your precious time. Start now and prevent being stuck for the rest of your life. Both paths definitely come with sacrifices, but you can't start all of this like with 30 years old or something. Please, you can achieve everything you want in this whole online game in just like maybe 3 to 4 years. Like living in a nice city or country, driving supercars, everything is achievable in 4 to 5 years at max. So definitely, guys, go all in. Bro, you want to be driving in supercars at the age of 25 rather than the age of like 30 or something, or 35, because it's just going to look normal. You want to be like the kind of flashy kid, right? Because some of us are like very materialistic, but it's definitely not just for the materialism. I also kind of grind hard just for like feeling better about my whole journey and becoming like more successful in general. So yeah, both paths come with sacrifices, one being harder than the other. And I'm going to reveal both paths to you guys. And yeah, you will see which sacrifices you want to take. First one being the traditional life. The things you have to sacrifice or give up on if you want to live a traditional life is you will never get like really successful, like exceptionalism, You will never have any like time, location, and financial freedom in your life, That's like the whole sacrifices you have to make for the traditional life. And you might already say to yourself, oh my God, I definitely have to get out of the traditional life because this is too big of a sacrifice. And yeah, that's the opinion I have. But first of all, look at the sacrifices you have to make for the exceptional life, guys, because these are way bigger and way harder to pull off than like these ones, because you are used to live without these, but you are not used to live without these, So that's why living an exceptional life is way harder, guys. So first of all, the sacrifice you have to make is you probably won't ever have free time as you know it ever again. No more playing video games, no more hanging around doing nothing. There will always be something taxing your mind, always something attacking your psyche, something pressuring you because you know you have stuff to do. You will forget the concept of free time because you kind of always work, So that's the first thing you have to sacrifice, guys. So if you are someone like overly watching Netflix or something, it's not going to work in the long run. So yeah, the second thing you will have to sacrifice is safety, You won't be making a consistent income every single month, So it's definitely like a risky path, but I don't care about that and you don't care about it as well. But yeah, it's something worth considering. You will not be safe anymore. And many people love the safety. Oh yeah, I like going to uni because someone takes my hand and he's showing me all of these possibilities and stuff. The hard thing about online business is just that you need to be figuring out everything yourself. You are like self-studying and nobody is handing books to you. It's all on you, Finding the right sources and finding credible sources and learning everything yourself without having to show up at like exams or something, Next thing, and this is one of the bigger ones, you have to sacrifice probably your whole social circle because birds of a feather flock together. And if you were broke before, chances are the people you hang around with are also like very, broke people, very like, lazy and stuff, not very smart maybe even. You need to get rid of the social circle, most likely, Don't see your friends and stuff. Don't see your friends every single weekend. You need to sacrifice so much. You can't see your friends anymore. You have to quit 90% of bad habits, like watching like adult content, playing video games, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes. Like you don't need to quit it necessarily, but you get the idea. Like quitting drugs and stuff. You have to quit 90% of social activities because you have to log in on the weekends. You will spend way less time with your family. That's the truth, guys. You only work. You see your family maybe every 2 to 3 months, depending on your situation. But yeah, you have to sacrifice everything that goes into living a normal life. So, bro, ask yourself, do you even want to live an exceptional life? Are like these sacrifices you have to make worth like this amount of pain you have to go through? Really ask yourself. Truth is, guys, it's not just about remaining the same and making big money, guys, you know? You will become a completely different person. People will talk to you differently and be skeptical about you. They might even lose trust in you. So this definitely isn't an easy decision, guys. You know, the exceptionalism path is genuinely not for everybody, but also being an entrepreneur is also not for everybody, guys. Chances are maybe you are like designed to live a normal life. I can almost guarantee like 70 to 80% of the people watching this video will stay a 9-to-5 worker, you know, because it's just like how statistics work, you know. Not many people are like cut out for the stuff, figuring out everything for yourself, being like a ruthless problem solver, sticking to the same thing for 2 years, actually trying and stuff, you know. I have like a whole video on like you will never fail copywriting if you actually try. Consider watching that one. It's fire, you know, if you actually want to make this work. So yeah, it's definitely hard as fuck, guys. You need to decide actively who you are as a person, you know, who you are, and ask yourself which sacrifices you want to make, you know. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you want even more source on copywriting or outreach or like any other stuff, you know, feel free to join my free inner circle. It's a school group, link is in the bio. There's also like a free 2-hour outreach masterclass in there, telling you exactly how to get your very first client in the next 4 to 8 weeks, if you are willing to put in the work and if you already have the service delivery side of things figured out. There are only 131 people in there, so this is going to grow to 1,000 people. You are still very early. And yeah, I will review your looms in there, so it's almost like a paid mentorship. I answer your questions, review your looms and stuff. So yeah, hope to see you in the school. Hope to see you next video. Bye bye.